Hi everybody, I'm sorry the live video, well I'm not sorry, but the live video is slightly later this morning because I was involved in a virtual session with the team from an organisation, and it was absolutely fabulous to hear them hear them how they're coping with being isolated just now, home working. So today I'm going to talk about, this is going to be Resilience Thursday, because I think in the challenging times we now all have to be resilient. Some people seem to be born with resilience. If you're not, lots of people aren't, you still can learn to be resilient and develop resilience. And this is definitely needed in challenging times like this. So what you first have to do is you have to start looking at life in a different way. Because it's so challenging just now, the people who are resilient look at a life in a more positive way. You've got to have a positive outlook. You've got to remind yourself of what you have, what you're grateful for just now, and that whatever setbacks are in place, particularly just now because this has been thrust upon us, we are having to self-isolate. So you can easily get anxious and worried, but you can focus on just learning to appreciate what you have, be grateful, and experience maybe life in a different way. You need to face your fears, face the fears, and in fact stop looking at negative news. I think that's really worrying for some people. So my advice is to stop looking at all the negative views. If you do want to find out more information, make sure it's a credible source and that it isn't fake news. You've got to have then a positive attitude and focus on the possibilities. Even in the worst of times, there's always something good to look at. I think we are finding that there's just challenging, people are more kind. Well, some people are more kind. Obviously it can bring out the worst and the best in people. But what I see is that your greatest strength comes from the greatest challenge. So I would ask you to look at life more positively. Give yourself a hug. I think it's if you're self-isolating and you're perhaps alone, not even with any animals that you can share because they give unconditional love, well at least dogs do. So if you're definitely alone, you have to keep in touch with people, make sure you've got a good support around you. But best of all, give yourself a hug. Say to yourself, I feel calm. You need to use my ABC core techniques. A for affirmations, just a short statement. Slow yourself down and say, I feel good. I am resilient. Take some deep breaths, 3 deep breaths, that's all it takes. And then visualize yourself in your happy place. It would be great to hear from people as to how they use their imagination. Where do they take themselves off to? Remember, your mind is so powerful. You can take yourself anywhere in your mind. So be resilient, have the courage to do something different, and we will get through this together. And I'm sending everybody a virtual hug in these difficult times. Please have a good day, and I'm happy if you're joining me now. If you're not, please look at the video later and take heart that you're really not alone in this, that you can be resilient and be positive. Hugs to you all and have a great day. Okay, bye. Oh, I forgot to say, tomorrow is Focus Friday. We're going to do Focus Friday tomorrow. So I look forward to speaking with you all again. Bye just now.